This is Issues, Pane, Nyaya, the program that challenges the status quo on various topical social issues.
It's a Monday night and my absolute pleasure to welcome you back to yet another episode of Issues, Pane, Nyaya, supported by IM Swedish Development Partner. My name is Rejoice Naranda Makawa, and it is my pleasure to continue to host you on this show. There is a status that has not been or is not being challenged enough or not being acknowledged enough in our country. We have taken it upon ourselves as Issues, Pane, Nyaya, to go into this issue and look at it. According to a study done by UNICEF and Ministry of Health and Child Care 2013, 7% of our people are living with disabilities. Disability is defined as a physical or mental condition that limits a person's movements, senses, or activities. As Zimbabweans, do we acknowledge disability? What are we doing about people that are disabled? Public amenities, do they cater for the disabled people? Those are the questions that we'll be looking into tonight. But not just as questions, but we will be speaking to a phenomenal woman that we've got in the studio. In this month of March, as we are celebrating women, I think as listeners you will love Sinikiwe, who has come to share her life as a disabled woman and how she is coping. Sinikiwe is going to tell us about her day-to-day life. She's going to share the experiences that she goes through when people look at her. She's going to talk about whether being disabled means that she's incapable, whether being disabled affects her mental capacities, and whether being disabled has limited her in any way. Sinikiwe, good evening and welcome to Issues, Pane, Nyaya.
Thank you, Rejoice.
Sinikiwe, maybe just to start us off, do you want to tell us whether you were born disabled or if it was something that was acquired along the way?
Oh, I was born with a disability. I was born without limbs and I'm short in stature as well.
Okay, is there a name for your disability?
I'm not really sure if there's a name because I've never had interest to go to the hospitals and acquire what's the name of my disability. I don't know if there's a specific name for that.
You are speaking perfect English. A lot of times there's then the misconception yekuti munhu kana ari disabled saka hana kudzidza saka hakwanise. Do you want to just talk us through that a little bit?
Yes, a lot of people when they see someone with a disability, all they think of is a beggar or someone who is begging. But for me, I thank God because I had the opportunity to go and study. I just finished my social work degree at the University of Cape Town last year in 2017.
Wonderful. You are a motivator, you're an academic, you're a model, you're a blogger, you're a bubbly socialite, is how you've been described. Do you want to just talk about those different parts of your life, these different Sinikiwes that are coming up here, the motivator, the academic, the model?
Okay, by profession, I'm a social worker, but I'm also highly involved in different social aspects of the society. Like you said, I'm a blogger. I just started modeling recently, and I'm also a motivational speaker.
How do you manage, Sinikiwe, to motivate others when you are disabled?
So for me, basically motivating people is just my day-to-day life, the way I just live my life. Because sometimes when people, when they see me, they think, oh, so how can she do this? How can she wash her clothes? How can she? So for me, just living my life, basically on a day-to-day life, that's how I motivate people.
Would you like to give us a typical day? When you get up in the morning, what happens?
Okay, so I have different morning routines, okay. But I'm going to talk about my favorite day of the week, which is on a Sunday. Okay. So when I wake up on a Sunday, the first thing that I do, I pray, I go on social media, I drink a lot of water, and then I get ready, I go to church. After church, I spend time with my family because for me, family is very important. I make sure that each and every time I have time to spend with my family. So during the rest of the day, I just spend time with my family. In the evening, I just do, if I have something, maybe respond to emails, respond to messages on social media, and then I go to sleep.
Okay. Now I see you don't have limbs. And for our listeners, I'm going to try and describe Sinikiwe. Sinikiwe does not, she's got, maybe you can describe her yourself for our listeners so that they understand, because you've just talked about going on social media and going and responding to emails, but you've got no fingers. And usually people type with their fingers. Do you want to just describe yourself to a listener so that they can visualize the Sinikiwe that we are talking about and talking to this evening?
Okay. So when I say I don't have limbs, is andinama wokukushika magokora, and then ndiri mupfupi andina mabvi zvakare, saka zvinoita kuti ndive munhu mupfupi usingaiti. But how I type and respond to emails, I just hold my phone with both hands. So that's how I do everything basically.
So you hold your phone with both hands, yes, and you type?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to get you to actually do that for us so that we can visualize it. And I see your hair is amazing. Your face is nicely done up. Makeup, but you're nicely made up. Your eyebrows are perfect. Your lipstick is perfect. Do you do all this by yourself?
Yes, I do this all by myself. So I learned all this through YouTube, just by watching videos on YouTube, tutorials. That's how I learned this.
We are on Issues, Pane Nyaya, where we are tackling the subject of disability. Please let us have your feedback on 0773910095, at Issues Pane Nyaya on Twitter, at Rejoice Nara on Twitter, or on our Facebook page, Issues Pane Nyaya. When we were walking into studio, we met a young lady, and she struggled to greet you and to acknowledge you. Is this a normal response and a normal reaction from people when they see you?
Yes, I get that on a daily basis. Sometimes when I'm just walking, when someone sees me, I know that or they don't know how to approach me. So this is what I always tell people, that even if I have a disability, I don't see any difference from me and the next person. So the same way that you greet someone, the same way that you greet the next person, is the same way that you should also greet me, because there's no difference. If you just say, come to me and say hi, I will just respond to you and say hi, just like how you do to other people as well.
Do you think that response is about people not knowing, people being ignorant, or do you think that it's about people being overly sensitive?
I think it's both. Sometimes people, they are overly sensitive, and sometimes people, they don't know. Like, it's like ignorant people, they don't know how to approach people with disabilities. Because when they say them, okay, so for example, there was this time I was with my friend, and then there was this lady, she came to us, and she was like, she started asking my friend, so what's her name, who showers her, who do this for her and all that. And then she asked, so is she married? And my friend was responding to all these questions. And then now they came this question when she was like, so how many kids that she wants to have in life? And my friend was, then she turned to me, she asked, how many kids do you want to have? And then I was like, see, this lady, she has made you my spokesperson.
Yeah,
so
she's
you are she should have just come to me and asked me, so how do you do this? How many kids do you want? Rather than asking the next person, is if it in a
and then that's a usual response and reaction from people.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
For me now, I think that like, so I just, if I see something like that, for me, I find a way to be the first person to go to that person. Maybe if someone is just staring at me, I'm the first person who always go and say, do you have any question? I will just say hi. Yeah.
So
just
that breaks the ice,
yes,
and that barrier.
Yes, that's breaking the ice.
Wow. We are on Issues, Pane Nyaya, where we are talking to Sinikiwe Kademaunga, a motivator, an academic, a model, a blogger, bubbly socialite. But Sinikiwe is also disabled, as you heard her say. She does not have any limbs, and we're just going through and trying to understand what it means to be disabled. Please continue to participate in the discussion on 0773910095, at Issues Pane Nyaya on Twitter, at Rejoice Nara on Twitter, on our Facebook page, Issues Pane Nyaya.